We're live now. Now, right? Wee! Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hola. How are you doing? I hope that you enjoyed earlier today that we had the walking tour that you saw the experience here in this awesome train station or former train station where
Super nice.
the Hustef, I don't know, I keep kind of Latinizing it, Hustef.
Cool stuff.
I think it's Hostef, right?
I'm not sure,
Yeah,
really. Yeah,
I have
I don't
been
know.
hearing so many different things. Here in Budapest, in Hungary. We just had lunch. I'm not hungry, but that's another joke. And this is the 15th anniversary of Hustef. I'm going to keep saying Hustef. Sorry for that. And I have lots of interesting interviews and special presenters and lots of friends and amigos, which I can say here and will be followed up and super happy.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
I have here my amigo Thiago or Thiago. Is it like harder T or T?
Whatever you feel like. It's
But
I say Thiago, like
Thiago.
no
Okay.
that much. Like.
T. Yeah. I gotta get the right one. Or at least try. There are so
Yeah,
many
yeah,
names
that's
that I'm
fine.
like, ooh, that's gonna be interesting. So Thiago is one of the tutorial presenters who is here at the Hustef conference. Not today. The tutorials were yesterday.
Yeah. It was actually in the morning. It was a half day tutorial.
All the day yesterday was not here at the train station. There were, I think, several different locations, right?
Yeah, I think around three, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah, at Nokia building, Pan building, and there was any other one that I don't really
I think it
recall.
was at the hotel, the
Yeah,
speakers
there was
hotel.
one at the hotel. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So I'm already jumping into all the host of action and everything with our amigo Thiago. But before we jump into topics, amigo, would you mind sharing to the audience for the ones that do not know you? Who are you? What do you do? Why are you here? Why are you special?
I don't think I'm special, to be honest. But yeah, I'm Thiago. I'm 34. I'm from Brazil, Recife. And yeah, live in Portugal. I've been a QA for the last, I would say, 12, 13 years, something around that. There's a funny story behind that, to be honest. We can talk
Yeah,
about
let's
it
do
if
a
you,
quick pause
yeah,
in a moment
yeah.
about that.
And currently, I'm a senior QA engineer at Mercedes-Benz IO. Um, Currently, they have some offices in Lisbon and Braga. So yeah, I'm located in attached to the Braga office. Yeah, but not living in Braga. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. You go back and forth. Do
Yeah,
you go to the other locations?
yeah. I go there quite often. Maybe a couple of times a year. I can come to Lisbon. I can come to Stuttgart office. Never been to the Berlin one. That would be something good, nice. But yeah,
That would be interesting.
yeah, should be.
Now that I'm closer, whenever you're on the Stuttgart one, let me know.
Yeah,
Would
of
be
course, of course.
really nice to
Yeah,
catch Kaffee und Kuchen or ein Bier.
yeah.
Um, so let's jump in that quick parenthesis that you mentioned, like a funny story. Whoa. Why is it a funny story? What happened? Would you
Well,
mind sharing?
actually, yeah, that's funny because I know I was not a QA at first. I was a developer. I, actually, first things first, I worked in a bank as a IT guy, like the guys who I don't know will fix your internet issues or are gonna
Oh,
change
support.
support. Yeah, I'm gonna change your keyboard or a mouse and everything. So yeah, that happened for 1 year or so. Then I moved it for another company, Android development, and then I moved it again for another company. I was a full stack on this company. It's quite big company on my hometown. A really nice place. It's called Caesar. Um, I've been there for a couple of months, and they told me, Tiago, we're having a layoff, and
Oh,
yeah, your project actually was shut down. Would you like to move for QA? And I had no clue what was a QA. I had no clue at
but
all.
job is job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was a full stack. There was no QAs at my project for any reason. I don't know why. And I asked her, okay, what are the options? And she said, you can say yes or you can get
You
fired.
get out of here.
Exactly. I said, okay, let's talk about it. And
Huh, this
then,
QE thing that you were talking
yeah,
sounds better and better.
yeah, exactly. So, but she told me you're gonna have full support. You gotta have some trainings on it. So, yeah, and potatoes. Here I am, focus, focus. After 12, 13 years, yeah.
You know, it's funny that it's not such a funny story because most of the QAs that I have met, including myself as well, similar as you, I
Yeah,
started as a
yeah.
developer.
Okay.
I a former developer here. recovering. No, I'm kidding. Uh, I have met very few people that when they were young and children, like we all said, like I want to be a policeman, a fireman, and I want to be QA. No one ever said,
No one, yeah,
but we usually end up involved in the practice in the area, and we end up loving it. I think, I mean, you're giving tutorials and talks about
yeah, yeah, of
QA.
course.
I think you kind of like it.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think so. And you know what is funny? I said it's funny, but yeah, in my case, I think it was because I had no clue about it. You know, I didn't even know what was a QA, what was a tester, know how to do it. I don't know on the university, but we don't have any classes around like how to test, on how to QA. What was that? I mean, I had zero experience on it on university or I don't know tutorials, zero. So it was different, and I think, of course, maybe you can feel that, but being a QA made you a better developer, probably,
Yeah,
and
or vice versa.
and exactly. So developer makes you a really better QA for sure, for sure.
I think that it's a matter of trying it in the kitchen with the ingredients and putting everything together, and at the same time sampling what you is being created. You get the perspective, and you become better on both practices if you
Exactly,
start to
exactly.
give enough effort. And moving a little bit around those funny stories, what's the funny story of you speaking at public events, and what made you kind of like
Also, a
say,
funny story, to be honest.
I'm gonna be on a
Yeah,
stage and
yeah.
tell people?
Actually, I was working for this German company. Maybe you heard about them. They are like their LinkedIn on Germany. It's called Zing with
I heard
H.
of it.
You know, uh, so they are sponsoring this event in QA event in Valencia. I live in also in Spain for a while, almost 3 years. They were sponsoring the event, and they said, Tiago, we have this space on stage. We have like 30, 40 minutes talk. We need to do, but there's no one wanting to do that for
And you
us.
were passing by, so
I was passing by. Yeah, actually, I was a friend with people from marketing and everything, and she
cool.
told me, "Can you please do it?" I said, "I don't have no clue what I'm gonna do." Like she told me, "No, no, we can offer some support and everything." And then I'm against all the instincts of running away. I did it. You know, so I did it. I People like it. They gave me some really good feedback, and I was like, "Oh, good. That's
Sounds like you
something."
were a natural for that.
I'm not sure if it was natural, but yeah, I trained a little bit for that, and yeah, it was good. And then when I left, she told me, Tiago, you could do that. You could do the image of the community around the Europe at
We
least.
see potential in you.
Yeah, she saw potential in me. And as as the first manager that told me, yo, you can be fired if you don't move for QA. I think saying yes for those opportunities also, were
It's really
important
important.
for, yeah, they were important for, you know,
Do you think that doing that has helped you both professionally and personally?
I think so. Especially personally, I would say so because it's a skill. In the end, you know it. Speaking in public, speaking for an audience, it's a skill. It can be frightening at first, um, but once you start to do it, it's. I mean, you get there. You know it. What I mean, right? And personally speaking as well, you cannot say, but I'm a stutterer. You know what?
Oh, I didn't know. I
you
had no.
cannot you cannot you cannot say it, but I was a stutterer when I was a kid, so that made me a really shy person for many years. And
Congratulations, man.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
good for
so
you.
for a person who was a stutterer, speaking in public is even more frightening, so it's even more hard to do it. So
Wow.
yeah, and nowadays I'm, well, you cannot even notice sometimes. If you can, maybe if I'm drunk. But still, yeah,
Let's see later
this later,
what we
yeah,
can
after
check.
some beers, yeah.
No, but on one hand, congratulations, and truly, I'm like, you overcame not only like the shyness, the stage fright, and all those things, but with this, I'm sure that being on stage, trying to not to stutter, trying to kind of like, you must have had like lots of concentration,
Yeah, yeah,
and
totally.
at a personal level, it's not everybody. If you are curious, if you have like an little itch of being on stage and saying like, ah, no, I can't. Blah, blah, blah. Thiago could do it, and with the limitations that
Yeah.
weren't,
Yeah, totally.
overcame them, and here I am on stage, and I'm gonna be on stage. How long have you been on stages and doing conferencing?
I would say around 4 years, something
Ah,
something like that. Yeah,
better than level already, I would say.
kind of. Yeah, I did some talks already and moved a little bit to workshops, just because it's a personal thing. Like you just did a workshop over here, a master class. I think I can deliver more, and I like to see enlightenment of people. Oh, that's good, like yeah, I could use
You
that.
made a difference in
You
the
made a
world.
difference, exactly, exactly.
It's really
Um,
cool.
yeah, since I didn't mention that, something that also gave me confidence for speaking and everything. I do karate for almost 20 years.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so karate also made a whole difference on all my life. And gives you confidence, gives you discipline and everything. So, um, also in karate, I like to teach. I think I'm a good teacher. I hope so. At
That
least
sounds
I'm
really cool.
patient.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are already a teacher, not of karate, but
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I think teaching is and guiding it is something that I really like to and give me some fulfillment. I would say.
it's a
So
great purpose to have to
yeah,
kind of make it. I know it's very like kumbaya and let's change the world and the world in peace, but it's a really cool desire and driving force to say like I want to help people, I want to make a difference in the world, and in those type of talks and trainings or what you are transmitting, what topics do you like or generally go and teach about, talk about? What area? What is one that you are most passionate about?
I would say automation right now. I used it to talk a lot about accessibility.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, it was good for a while, but I think you have so many material already and have more specialized people for doing that. I mean, I like it. I like it the topic, but I'm not super expert. I would say so. And at least I try it. I try to be this driver, the driver for the topic, the community and the company itself. But yeah, many people are doing already. And I don't know. I like coding. I love coding as well. So automation is something that I'm into that. And yeah, I'm also preparing a workshop for API testing.
Hmm.
Yeah, that will be the
When are
next
we
one.
expecting that workshop to be ready?
I think next year for sure. Next year for sure is gonna be.
Stay tuned because
Yeah.
Thiago is gonna be having new material, new
Yeah,
teaching.
yeah. I'm cooking something on my mind too, but yeah.
So I'm curious, what was this? You mentioned that there's too much on accessibility, too much information already that anyone can. I wasn't aware that there was that much. That it was like, yeah, I don't feel like I'm contributing. Let's move to automation.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
uh, how was that changed? Because it's day and night difference. Like accessibility is one way of testing, and automating is mostly coding. So how do you feel like doing that change? I have a feeling I know, but leaving accessibility and starting to talk and explain and teach more automation, especially that many testers are not. I think that's behind a little bit, but still adamant against being developers or doing code.
Yeah, yeah,
How do you feel about those?
yeah. I don't know. I think well, first things first. I mean,
I, I did
you did
many
so
questions at
many
once.
yeah so many questions. You opened so many windows.
Changing from
Yeah,
accessibility to automation.
to automation. So right now, I'm mainly focused on a product that's mainly API. It's mainly backend.
Mm,
So I was not. It was hard to talk about accessibility if I'm not doing it right now. I don't think you're going to be talking about security testing because something you are not. Maybe
involved
I
in.
hope I think so. I don't know if you are, but I think you are not doing it day by day, right? Do performance testing
I
most
do
of the
some
time.
mischief here, there, time
Okay,
and time,
yeah,
but not.
yeah. So I don't want to sell a fish that I don't eat. You know, so it is more on this aspect. Like I don't have the opportunity right now to do accessibility testing on my company because of the team I'm working on. So I prefer to give a step back, and do some and try to teach something and guide something on that I'm currently doing it.
That
There
makes
will be.
sense. And since you are working on APIs, that's more programmatic. Of course, through automation and things like that, totally makes sense. And when you went back how do you tackle that difference that I mentioned? Some QA engineers or QA coworkers are intimidated by code and things like that. How do you deal with those things when you do your talks, your presentations, or
Well, that's can be a challenge as well. Sometimes people have different backgrounds, right? Especially on QA, and lots of people are coming from different backgrounds or administration, nursery. I don't know. Like they are migrating to QA, and most of them don't have the coding experience. So in the current workshops, I try to cover some basic aspects for people who doesn't have that experience with, I don't know, JavaScript or even Git, but I still try to cover some advanced aspects for people who have had that fit already. So it is hard, especially, yeah. Yesterday was half of the tutorial for 3 hours, so you cannot cover that much stuff in 3 4 hours, especially three. But yeah, it's a challenge, but you can do it. You can overcome it. Yeah.
how have you dealt with? And I'm guessing on the tutorial of this type that is around automation, when you get participants that is like, yeah, I'm a, I don't know, a painter, PhD in philosophy, and I ended up in QA. I don't know how to code.
Yeah, I try to fill the group. I see who have more experience and try to make some matches. Like
Mm.
some pairs. That happened yesterday. It was a small group, so I could say, okay, can you join this guy over here and try to be next to him? And since it was also a small group, I could walk around, I could sit next to them, and then but I think making some clusters that can support each other, I think that's a good trick, I would say.
Yeah, and someone that doesn't have that much of development background, it's gonna be probably not that common that they choose that tutorial, right?
Yeah,
Fully on
yeah,
automation.
yeah, yeah,
Depending that's what type of automation, there are some that are
yeah, exactly, exactly.
a little bit
Well, we
easier.
covered yesterday a little bit of end-to-end and API, so
Speaking of, let's now
yeah,
that you're mentioning, what was your tutorial about and what were you covering in it?
it was it was totally about Cypress automation. So we covered the basic aspects of Cypress end to end. We covered how to from the beginning. We created the folder, the repo, the project. We set up everything, and then we did some end to end testing. After that, we moved it a little bit to API, just to tackle some different layers. Also as I told you, like there are some also other people who has some background, so they want to give the next step. Like maybe API testing, mocking, everything. So that's what we covered, and we finished integrating this on the pipeline, doing some CI/CD with GitHub Actions. We created a YAML file, quite simple, just to check out the code, just to run the tests on the GitHub on the pipeline, and that was it. And then I asked them to improve. I told him this is the documentation. We're trying to improve the pipeline as best as you can. Like try to run in a different browser, try to run instead of doing manually, try to run with a push, try to run a commit. So they were okay. That's nice. So they are looking for the documentation, see how, and also trying to use creativity. How can I improve that? No, so that was good. It was good, I would say.
I love the part where you ended up open endedly so that people can choose like, how can I improve based on what I just learned or personal insights. Probably, did you get any interesting perspective from any of the attendees?
Yeah, I did actually. It was good. They are trying to run things in parallel. They were trying to run things in different browsers. Also, at the same time, I said, yeah, comes out. You need to create different jobs. But it was fun. In fact, how can I do that? How can I do that? And I was like, okay, that's good. That's a good question. Sometimes you cannot, but yeah, let me show you how you can do something different. So it were really good. It was really good.
You're just giving me shivers, like thinking on that when people start to understand and then they start to connect things like, oh my god, I can do this. Oh my god, can I do that? Can I? Oh,
Exactly, exactly. And this enlightenment of them, like that's make me really really happy. Like it's good. It's good. I
makes
think
you think like, I'm doing something right
I'm doing
here, right?
something good. Exactly. I'm doing something good. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
And talking about Cyprus, why Cyprus and where do you think it is going? Because we were talking about it earlier before
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
started the stream. and Cyprus has some competition.
Yeah, exactly.
So why Cyprus, and what do you feel on this competition? Or
I think um, well, the answer for the why is just because I like it. There's no really good answer for that. I mean, playwright is nice and it's really good. I think part of the community is migrating to playwright, but still we have so much people doing it. So they are still working on the tool. They are improving it, making some new features. They just released the new version with the AI. Like we can generate the code when by clicking on things on that's it's good. Like I don't feel that it's gonna die. At least not in the next years. But yeah, playwright is taking a good slice of this community. I would say so. Yeah.
big steps and fast steps that
Yeah.
Playwright is
Yeah.
taken. But I mean, in essence, I feel like some of this, if you start from Selenium, which they still say that it's going to disappear ever and still there, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think will hang around forever. What do you feel is like this key element that and that might make you as
Yeah.
well jump from Cypress to Playwright, or stick to
Yep.
Cypress? What is it that you are like? Ooh, no, it's not that important. I'm not jumping yet.
To the playwright, you mean? It's all about also the selling the fish that I don't eat. I don't.
So you're working at the moment with
Yeah.
Cypress, and
Yeah. We
that's
use Cypress, so yes, I will not teach playwright if I don't use playwright on my
and
daily
why haven't
basis.
you at work? That's interesting.
Why not?
At work, yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Oh, there
you're.
are there are some teams using Playwright over there, but we are free to choose the tool we are using it. We had some code base already, so yeah, that's it. We are
So
not.
you have not chosen yet to get away from
Yeah,
Cypress.
I'm not the only QA in the team, so that should be
Ah,
you know
team
a team
decision.
decision. Exactly, exactly.
That's interesting because some of these switches affect teams quite often. Sometimes it's like an indication from above in the
Yeah, yeah,
organization. Sometimes at team selection. Some other times I have seen that it happens that one innovator or weirdo in the team will choose a tool that they found that it was cool, and eventually everybody liked it. Or everybody like, why did you choose that? Just step away and do the thing that
yeah,
we were
exactly.
doing.
Yeah,
And in this line, you are working on a new tutorial.
yeah, exactly.
Are you working and planning on more conference
Yeah,
activities, more
yeah, yeah.
things?
Actually, I always have an eye on the conference that have like a call for speakers open. Um, I have a few on my list right now to actually some even that are going to be closing the end of the month. So I need
Yeah, we
to
better
rush.
hurry.
I need to rush. Yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, I'm planning it for this year, next year for sure. I'm gonna be still around. Uh, so yeah, never know.
This year, what others are you planning to present at?
No, not to present. Sorry, not just to apply for it this year. I think I'm done right
This is
now.
the last one.
Yeah, maybe a meetup in Porto or maybe
Oh,
around
cool.
Spain. Or but for conference this year, this was the third one, so not anymore.
Yeah, they can.
It can
Yeah,
get tiring. It
I
can get
envy you a
exhausting.
little
Yeah.
bit. Like, yeah, I'm done for the year.
Yeah,
That's
exactly, exactly.
believe it or not, it's quite an interesting effort.
Are you coming for any this year still?
Yeah, I still
Yeah.
have a couple more.
Okay.
See you at Automation Star, and there's a online conference webinar.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
It's been a long day. Sorry, I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
stepped
No.
off of the
Never mind.
master class.
And I'm
Um,
changing the interview over here. I'm doing the
no, no,
questions.
that's cool. That's cool. Always, if you want to, because sometimes there are some elements that the audience doesn't know,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and it's a
Totally.
conversation between us. No
Totally.
worries.
Yeah. Yeah. Feel it.
A question if you want, no problem. But I was asking as well, with any changes work-wise. You are a senior QA
Yeah. Exactly.
at Mercedes
Yeah.
dot mobile IO.
.io. Yeah.
IO.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's the difference with the main Mercedes there?
Oh, the main Mercedes group, they have several companies on their umbrella. So Mercedes-Benz AG on Germany, they are just like they hold the other companies. Mercedes-Benz IO is a subsidiary, so we mainly do some digital products for them. Like we're trying to review the marketplaces. We're trying to identify how people buy and purchase things online. I never bought a Mercedes online, but some people do it. They put it on their basket, they pay for the shipping and get to their place. So
Oh, I was gonna ask
I've
that
never
because
got to that place too, but I will eventually.
some of the modern cars that have some functionalities and
Yeah.
some things included. Do you play around with some of those new?
No, no. As I wish, as I told you, my team is mainly backend. So we are in a core platform. We build the platform, the backend for them, and they connect the dots. So we are.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I'm not involved on the car softwares. I would love to. There is
That
other,
sounds super interesting.
yeah. There is other companies on Mercedes Benz for that. There is one in Berlin. It's called MB on there. I have a friend working there, and every time he shares something with me, I said, "Oh damn, I would like to do that." Or maybe even Formula One, right? That would be the dream. Yeah, yeah,
Any detail on the new things like? Because I know Germany is speeding up the modernization of the
yeah.
cars, and most probably they are adding interesting and weird characteristics to them. And I'm always curious. I wanted to get some
Yeah,
insights from you. Now, to wrap up a little bit, you are a you have a very interesting set of situations, skills, trajectory, where if you had like an opportunity, you do have that opportunity on the tutorials and your talks, but to tell the audience what recommendation, something that if I don't know, gave you a sign for posterity,
yeah,
what would you tell everybody in the world? Thiago tells you this, and
yeah. I would say yes to opportunities because that's what led me to be here right now in Budapest. A guy from Brazil. I was born in a poor family. I would say so. Yeah. I started to study computer engineering without a computer at home. I learned English by myself. So yeah, saying yes to opportunities is something that I would say, yeah, embrace opportunities. I mean, even if it's an internship, even if it's like a different role, different tool. I have this guy that was kind of a mentor for me in Brazil. He told me, Thiago, an experienced person is someone who experienced stuff, not the ones who are getting the hammer and I mean hitting the nail for like 15 years. This guy is not an experienced person. So try stuff. Like that's my recommendation.
I would say to quote your mentor, experience it,
Mm.
experience as much as
Experience
possible
as much as
whenever
possible.
it is an opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, embrace it.
That's really
Embrace it.
cool,
Yeah.
and congratulations as well. I'm also more surprised, like, and without a computer, like what?
Yeah,
I
it
mean, it
was. It
used
took
to be
an
in the
year.
past that way, but
Yeah, it took an year and a half. I'm from. We are some from Latin America.
yeah, yeah.
The situation is quite different from Europe. So yeah, I probably also had to overcome some obstacles on your life. So
Congratulations, man. I'm
thank you, bro.
I'm
Thank
really
you.
really surprised. Would you like to also give some words to Brazil or Portugal or your friends in
Yeah,
Portuguese?
yeah, of course, of course. Can I? Yeah, in
Sure, sure,
Portuguese.
go for
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Say hola, mama.
Olá, mãe. Olá, pai. Olá, minhas irmãs. Amo muito vocês e a toda a minha equipe de Portugal, toda a minha equipe do Brasil, meu dojo de karatê. Um abraço.
Oh, awesome. Muito bom, muito bem,
Muito bom, muito
muito bom.
bem. Yes, yeah, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
You can
it's
also
very
do it in,
limited, but
also do in Spanish if you want. No, no,
yeah,
I'm kidding. Yeah.
that one is no for Latin
For,
America. No. You have the Brazilian and Portuguese market,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's really cool as well. You were doing meetups, and you have a community there in Portugal.
Yeah,
You
we do.
collaborate.
Yeah, we do have like I mean I'm not part of
You're
the
part of.
organization, but yeah, I'm a really good friend from people from Miss of Test in Porto. Also Test Tribe. I know some guys over there, so we try to organize. Also Browser Stack, Browser
Ah,
Stack chapter. They started like 2 months ago.
cool.
So yeah, the guys are good. The guys are good. Um,
So check it out if you are in Portugal. If you want to follow up and
yeah.
attend some of the meetups and events of the community that Thiago is helping to put together. Where can they find about you? Where can they get in touch or find about these events?
On the LinkedIn, they're always posting the meetups around there, the agenda, everything, so you can just sign up and
Just look for him on
you know,
LinkedIn. I think down here on the screen you can see Thiago's full name.
yeah, it's
Uh,
easy to find.
you have a third last name in the LinkedIn page, right?
Yeah, it's my full name, mom's and dad's name as well. So Thiago Ferreira Machado. But we can
Machado at the end. Make
yeah
sure that you add
yeah
Machado, because
yeah.
there are other Thiagos,
Could
right?
be yeah. It's not
Uh,
common name in Portugal,
yeah.
yes, unfortunately. Yeah.
I found that. And stay tuned. Get in touch. Reach out to Thiago if you want to all the experiences like moving countries, crossing
Yeah.
borders, evolving, taking opportunities. Man, I am truly happy for this conversation.
Me
I'm
too. Me too.
surprised and amazed. Really, really,
Yeah. I'm
congratulations.
thank you for the opportunity for speaking here. It was really good.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
Yeah.
was a victim on the master class, and
Yeah.
for some time he could
Yeah.
have he suffered the experience. I hope
forgot
you,
forgot my computer. That was hard to follow.
no, but still, I hope that you enjoyed it,
I
and
did. I did.
thank you very much for
Thank you.
everything and joining. And well, everybody, that was our amigo Thiago. Muito bom, amigo. I'm going to German. No, no.
No worry.
Uh, so stay tuned because this is only the first interview of today. We have two more participants that are going to be sitting here on the performance sillon or seat, or I still have to come up with a cool name for
Yeah.
this, but stay tuned. This is Hustef or Hostef 2025, the 15th anniversary. We're going to have a
Yeah.
birthday
Celebration.
party later
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
It's going to get
It's
crazy.
gonna be good.
Not sure if I'm going to be able to stream that, but let's see. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? So stay tuned. We'll see you in a few minutes. And Thiago, again, thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias and adios, everybody. Adios,
Adiós.
Thiago.
Adiós.
Besos.